Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rewind, Unwind from the redheaded stepchild primetime, and the show goes on. Oars in the chat. You are now watching LolcowRewind, Rewind, Unwind. I'm your host, Billy the Fridge, and we are in primetime, baby. B-Circuit primetime, baby. It's going to be a wild one. Shout out to Lolcow Wild, going the other B-Circuit primetime show. You know how we cook. You know how deep it gets here in the Lolcow universe. We're going to set this stew to simmer and bring in my co-host, Brandon Biggs. How you doing?
Yeah, what up? Prime time, baby. What's good?
It's redheaded stepchild prime time, baby.
Redheaded stepchild. What we gonna do it? We in the building, baby. Let's go.
We're here from the B circuit, head to head with Lolcow Bus. For those of you that are fans of Lolcow Bus, now you get to choose between Lolcow Bus and LolcowRewind. What a gift it is.
Yeah, but y'all already know. Y'all here. Y'all know where to be. Welcome in. Welcome in.
They can just pretend I'm Amberlynn Reed. Tina No D, love you too. Much love, Tina No D. Appreciate you always and forever. Grim, the medical coder, also became a cash cow earlier today. Shout out to that. Oh, so today's been pretty wild. The weekend was pretty wild. I saw the what was my favorite thing? It's the thumbnail. Sweet Tea got Glammy's money sent to her, and Sweet Tea's like, no. Don't write a check your ass can't cash. And Keem's like, no, it was a clerical error. like send the money back so I can give it to Glammy. And she's like, I don't think so. It's so funny.
He said, what money?
It's so classically Sweet Tea too. Cause like, I guarantee you she got the money in the bank and was like, oh, it was a good month. And she immediately bought dumb shit off Temu or something. She was like, what a good month. I'm going to go buy 100 Labubu's. And then Keem's like, yeah, there was an error. We sent you Glammy's paycheck. Go ahead and send that back. And she's like, nah, the bank says I shouldn't. It's like, what?
100 Labubu's or 50 yo-yos from Temu.
She got 100 Labubu's, 50 yo-yos, and a little scratch and sniff bumper sticker.
Good times, brother. Good, and a truckload of vapes.
Right. So yeah, it's pretty nuts. I think that the Sweet Tea situation is uniquely Sweet Tea. Like I think Josh over on Lolcow Reapers said that Booster received some of his money one time, and Booster just kept it. And I know, like, this stuff happens. I know a few other hosts. I've gotten some money that was meant for somebody else. I just PayPal'd it to him. I was like, okay, here we go, and it was square. It was square. It should be that easy. But also, you have to remember, we're dealing with a universe full of fucking lolcows.
Nothing happens. Nothing happen easy over here, brother. But did you know that that's basically they're gonna have to charge it back and take it out of the next check anyway. So it is what it is. I think Keem brought up the point. He said, "Are you gonna quit next month or something like that?" When she said it.
Yeah. I know. Like this is a thing that happens in business. Companies will pay out more than they're supposed to, and they just take it out of the next check. Sometimes they'll work with you and they'll take it out in increments if they believe you're going to be there for a long time. They'll be like, hey, we'll make it easier on you next month. We'll take out like 10% and we'll do that over the next 10 months. That's on occasion like that. But I mean, she's got a whole Christmas bonus.
They're gonna take that shit right back from her next month, and she's gonna be back on here. But apparently, I think she said something about that was owed to her because she worked in November on Live and didn't get paid or something like that.
Yeah, I think she had a few days in LolCow Live that she didn't get paid for. And then I think she tried to say there was something. Keemstar brought up LolCow Pit at one point because she worked on Pit, I think, for a shake of a dick or something. I can't recall her career here in the LCU. Things move.
She's been everywhere.
Things move quickly.
She's been everywhere. She's definitely a journey woman. But yeah, that's kind of crazy though. You would think that she would just give it back and say, okay, no harm, no foul. But apparently she bought Twizzlers, vapes, and fidget sticks.
I am 100% sure she ain't got that. Like historically, they would send Sweet Tea equipment to stream from. And it would go missing, or I can't hook it up. For months she was using her phone setup she got a whole setup. You could hear the audio coming through her mic. Nothing was coming on the mic. It was coming from like a phone setup. She would have a mic set up and it was everything coming from a different mic connection because either she didn't know how to set it up, which is possible, or she pawned the good equipment. I don't know.
Scammed us, bro. We're scammed.
I do believe Sweet Tea be about that life where she's like, I don't need that. Let's sell it off to, I don't know, what's a good name? Hooter. There's a guy named Hooter in the Appalachians. He buys all the Circuit City equipment. Chop Suey says, B Circuit primetime. Love Billy and Biggs. Let's go. Yeah, we're the B Circuit jerks here on out. Jay Solmar.
Sweet Tea thinks that's her Glamio's future newborn fund. Glammy is the father.
Could be.
Is Glammy the father?
Hey, I've seen Stranger Things. It could be. But it's kind of funny though, I don't understand what's the holdup. I think she said something about not paying taxes on it if she had to give it back. She said she had to pay taxes, so she's gonna keep it.
Well, since I'm already paying taxes on it, it's mine.
Yeah, it's literally what she said. It's like it makes no sense. But again, we are in a LolCow universe, brother.
It's such a LolCow thing. Like so many people are speculating. This has to be a script, right? This has to be a script. No, it doesn't. No. It's 100%. I'm pretty sure Sweet Tea got that money in her account and did all her budgeting for the month as she does every other month. Spend it all day one.
Yep, all day one. I told you, bro. Fidget sticks and vapes, bro. That's all it goes.
She was like
shirts with the hole in it for her thumbs, so she covers her hands. It's kind of
her outfit on fleek. She's about to be coming on after us. I guess Alpha is supposed to be right after us. Tina No D says, when from I don't want to pay tax, it went from I don't want to pay tax to owed money from Live to owed money from Pit to owed $50K from Promised Teeth Implants. Whoa, she went to the $50K?
Do you remember that?
I remember the teeth implants, but now she went to that? Dude, I'm 100% sure she spent that money the second it got in her account. And by the time they figured out she had it, like she had nothing left to give back. And she's about that life where she don't want to give back. She wants to be pampered. She wants to be received. She wants gifts. She wants your popcorn out of the garbage can.
All of it.
She wants it all, and she got a little piece. Jay Solmar, welcome to Bam World. Lolcow Cash App. That's the new show. With Sweet Tea and Lacey.
Watch out with that. You better watch out about that. You're not supposed to do that. But
thank you for the gifted. That's the whole slogan of the entire show. Lolcow Cash App with Sweet Tea and Lacey. Thank you for the gifted.
What if she what if she shows up to Fat Camp and she's like, here's the check right here. You want it? Like it's like a
Sweet Tea
type shit. Yeah. Could you imagine?
If Sweet Tea goes to Fat Camp, for one, just give her the money. Like I don't think she's gonna be able to make it, right? But if she does, I can't imagine Glammy made that much. Because
speaking of, Glammy was upset because she wanted her to give it back to her immediately because that was her money that she was going to use to actually travel to Fat Camp. Mm-hmm. So she's out in the mind with that, and they're both up in arms about it. It's the funniest thing in the fucking world.
Well, there's no way that Glammy's gonna be like left eating shit, right? Like this was a clerical error. She'll be taken care of, I'm certain.
I would hope so.
And if not, then I want to hear that story next. Jay Bird says, call Brian Rizzo. Doctors took his toes. He's sad. Dude, that's really sad. Young only used me blade, lost his toes.
What's the story behind that shit?
He drinks, and he had some issues, some hygienic issues. If you follow Only Use Me Blade at all, he had a toe hole for a while. My man was doing really well for a good amount of time, and I guess things are bad. Everybody's saying she's owed $50K. Look,
$50K.
If she's owed $50K, let's get the GoFundMe up.
I think she was scammed by Boogie. Boogie scammed her. Since he was going to talk to the teeth guy, and it never manifested itself.
Glammy made $4K. They're saying, look, if it was $4K, if it was $3K, if it was $2K, she didn't do nothing wrong here, right? Did she?
No, that's not her.
Did she do anything wrong? Has Glammy done anything wrong lately? I saw everybody jumping on Glammy because she didn't do a stream this weekend.
She missed the stream that she owed for a donation goal that they met, where she was supposed to go head up with Wonder Woman, and she decided to just not show up. And it's a big fallout with that.
She said she wanted to do it on Sunday, right? And they did it without her?
And they did it on Saturday. From what I understand, he agreed that he was not going to do it on Saturday, and then he just was like, fuck it, and did it anyway.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Sounds pretty messy. Sounds pretty messy. Obviously, Glammy owes some sort of a stream for a goal that was set up on the stream. Much like Yo Mama had a goal to fire Glammy, and he wasn't able to fulfill that goal. I see everybody jumping on Glammy over her not fulfilling the goal. She said she'd do it Sunday, right? Like, shit does happen. Everybody holding Glammy accountable here should probably be holding everybody accountable who fucks around with goals and don't pay off the goals. But they don't do that. They pick and choose. And it's really easy to jump on Glammy because Glammy's a fucking beaten stick right now.
Yeah, she's a junior scammer compared to the real tough big dog scammers here.
Yeah. Krypton says Pitt was 5th ranked shows last month. Yeah, last month, but this payment was for the month before. And the month before they were 7th ranked, I believe. I do believe. So.
I would like to think though Keem would give her the money though to make sure at least she can get to Fat Camp at least,
Maybe bills. I don't know. It's like the amount of issues that seem to pop up wouldn't be a big problem if everybody was like, on the up and up, but it's the LolCow universe. We're full of fucking weird ass people. If you send Josh's money to Booster, I understand that money's gone.
Yeah, Booster's just gonna quit, go to the casino, probably go buy video games,
buy fucking vapes and toys for himself. Mm-hmm. He's gonna put on his
little scooters,
his toy shelf behind him. I think Booster quit again. That's the new word. Booster quits damn near every other day now, though. So
Yeah, he does. He does. And yeah, he did quit. He had a problem with they said something about a donation of 50 gold to kick him, and he got mad and offended that they asked him, and he decided to quit, and boom, here we are.
it's so confusing. I want Booster at Fat Camp. I think Booster is fucking hella funny. Hella funny.
People in hell want ice water because he ain't going. He went public and said that Dan and Tina are not allowed on his property or near his property, and they are not allowed to pick him up and take him to Fat Camp.
That's Dorothy's property. Dorothy's gonna let him. If they pay Dorothy $1,000, she'll let them kidnap Booster, right? Freakazoid says, been A1 since day one, RWO4 life. And Smooch says, hi, Big. So glad you came on as a host here. Your vibe reminds me of Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, Smooch. How you doing? That's big time. It's just Booster switches up so much. I wouldn't bet on him being there or not being there. I think it's a 50-50. It's a coin flip.
I think Dan and Tina are gonna just grab him. Like
They
roll up
should.
and just grab him and put him in the car.
There should be a fleet of white vans swooping up Amberlynn Reed, swooping up Booster, swooping up. They send one for me, honestly. I'm fat enough. I could sleep in the back of a white van. Steak should be caught in a white van.
No.
Can we get me a company Escalade? Is that
Yes,
possible?
I'm for that. I'm for that.
Can we put that on retainer or something? The company Escalade, is that possible? I would love to pull up to Fat Camp in an Escalade, please.
Yes, please. I'm all for that. But we don't want to send white vans to Steak. We don't want to do that.
It's
Don't do that.
Mooch. Says no one wants to go to Starve Camp. Ask Tina D. Tina has been questioning her existence at Fat Camp. I think that's part of Fat Camp is questioning why the hell you're going to it. Queen 72J. Welcome to Bam World. Because I know last year I didn't question going to Fat Camp, and I should have. I was too fat for Fat Camp. I got to Fat Camp. I got burnt. I got shot. I got beat. I got fucking broke. I got busted. I got busted multiple angles. Elbow, knee, fucking multiple joint syndrome. I got bitten by little fucking bugs. There was so many little fucking bugs there.
So you're gonna go again after all that shit. You're a fucking warrior, bro.
Yeah, because I'm stupid.
Nah, stupid, just psycho.
Yeah, I have extreme FOMO. I'm like, if I don't go and it happens to be fun, then what am I doing? But I'm like, I know I'm going to go there and someone's going to like jam a snake up my ass or something absolutely fucking insane.
I know, man. I saw you guys do things at Fat Camp that I know that I can't possibly do. I'm just looking at Boogie. He's like a 300, 400-pound man jumping off of obstacles into the lake. That man's insane. You guys.
Yeah, Boogie's a brand new man. It's so cute because I've known him for a while, and I'm a lot closer to Boogie when I met him right now. Oops. I'm going through my midlife Boogie arc.
The Boogie arc. I don't know, bro. I got hope for you, man. You're still fighting. That's what matters.
I don't give a fuck.
So let me, as a viewer, I'd like to know what happened at Fat Camp last year. Like, what was the menu like? I know what they showed us on TV, but what are the insights on that, brother?
What do you mean?
I know they wasn't starving, y'all. It was some big men, bro.
There was
having that shit.
It was either you were eating whatever you could get because they would fill the fridge, and then someone like would come in and cook a big breakfast, and if you slept in, they would be gone. They would cook big ass meals, and the food would just like be gone immediately. Brantley
Billy
was
got
cooking
the whole
dinner.
LCU in on his gummy pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
it's true. The other night I talked kid behind a camera into buying like $400 worth of gummies.
he's not lying. He's telling the truth on that one too, by the way.
I was like, he was eating some pork rinds. Like, dude, you on that pork rind tip? I got you like gummies? He's like, yeah, I like gummies. I pulled this big ass box of gummies out. I was like, you got to get these gummies.
And he's not lying. He did it exactly how he just said it. It's true. The fiber is real.
Yeah. And like the food at Fat Camp, dinner time, Brantley would cook like a big pot of soup. Brantley would cook a big bowl of chili or something, stuff like that. It was pretty chill. But for the most part, you were fending for yourself. And you're in the middle of nowhere. So if you didn't have a ride, you had to like blow somebody to get a ride into town. It was like a half an hour ride into town. At the time, I didn't leave the compound until Xylee got there. And I think I only left a few times with Xylee to go get shit. And we made one trip. We were going to go to Buc-ee's, but one of the Voldemorts was haunting out the Buc-ee's. And we didn't want to give them content, so we ended up canceling our Buc-ee's trip and just went to a gas station. The first trip out of Fat Camp was Xylee and I going to a gas station, a random gas station, and I bought like some Texas meat packs that had like cooked pork, like little pork medallions in it, and some other bullshit. Make the perpetual chili at Fat Camp. We might have to. I wasn't doing no gas station. I was on that keto. And then I was not, like the first 3 days or so, I didn't eat anything. And I think I broke my fast because Lord Rush was making drinks. And he was like, you got to try this. I was like, I got to try this. My first breaking of the fast was like a fucking cocktail. It was stupid.
But yeah, Lord Rush is the man, though. Shout out to Rush, man. He's a very interesting character.
Yeah.
The other day I was sitting inside of a VC just streaming by myself, and he dragged me and he was bullying me for about a half hour early in the morning while I was drinking my coffee. It was outrageous. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm not allowed to sit alone in a room."
Yeah, it's creeper stuff. No, I don't know. He's just checking in on people. It's Mooch says, I'll go as not your wife to push on the table. Mooch, I thought about how funny it would be if I just like, if I became the problem at Fat Camp. You know, like what could I, like, we had a wife pushing incident. We had Becky and Roxy fighting. Like, what if I was a part of that incident? Like, I don't know what I would do to bring me to that. But they didn't expect to be the problem, right? Becky was the one being like, people are threatening violence, and then she goes there and she's the one that makes the first move.
She's the one.
Yeah,
that's pretty much how it goes.
Wait a second. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But I mean, if I go there, what are the chances that I'm going to be the problem, right? What do you guys think? People at home, what do you think would cause me to be the problem? What would be the antics that would make me be the problem?
I think for one thing that'll make you be the problem is the people who are into you for your gummies don't pay their bill.
I'm sharing no fucking gummies to nobody. Get your own fucking treats. Get your own keto treats.
Get your own keto treats.
For real.
But keto is actually it helps. My wife was on a keto diet for about 1.5 years and she dropped 150 pounds. It does work. It's just getting past that carb deficit is crazy. Once you get over the hump.
Everybody's saying I can't be the problem, but what if I was? What if somebody like, what if I had a fucking I don't know, like a piece of like a nice, delicious bone-in rib, a dino rib in my hand, and someone came and knocked it out of my hand, I would probably fight them on the spot. I would. Turn. It would be over. I'd pick the bone up off the ground. I would impale them with it. Don't fuck with my food. Don't fuck with my food. Like something like that. If I'm hungry, like it's like what Incredible Hulk say. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'll do something stupid. It's possible.
That'll be funny.
But
that'll be funny.
We'll see.
Just don't push anybody. We don't want you to push anybody, brother.
Yeah. Basically, I want people to tell me what I could do to fuck up at fat camp and be the problem so I could do it. Choose your own adventure. I don't give a fuck.
But a dino rib, bro?
Yeah, someone's saying a dino rib costs $100 in Texas. Does it? Because I bought a dino rib up here in Seattle. It was $70 and it came with a side. I imagine they'd be cheaper in Texas.
Bigger in Texas, though.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I will eat that, though. Han Solo, the worst thing Billy did at Fat Camp was that very haunting self-diss rap. You could tell people were afraid to say something, LOL. Dude, catch me in a moment and I will go too far. I just get bored with life, you know? I'm one of those people that if I had any sort of ideations, I'd be a cutter or something, but I'm not. Like when I get bored with life, I just do funny stuff. So when someone asks me to like do something semi-serious or semi-self-referential, I go dark. Don't ask me to look into the abyss because I'll take you in with me.
Yeah, you would. I don't think that, you would. You're not a problematic person, bro. You're actually a very nice person. You know, when your heel turn starts, it's gonna be ugly.
I just usually I'm a problem solver. I don't like making problems. I like fixing them, and a lot of people don't want their problems fixed. You know, that's where I start to become problematic because people want to be bitchy, whiny, complainy. They want to be victims, and that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
But a dino rib, if somebody made you drop it, if someone made me drop my dino rib, I'd probably turn heel. I probably would.
Big time! Boom, boom, boom! Cassie Allen!
Whoa.
Love you too, Cassie. Ooh, big time. Drop it like it's hot. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing red. Oh. Much love, Cassie. Oh my goodness. I'm floating a little bit. You ever just float? I'm just floating.
My legs are tingling over here, bro. Ooh.
For real. That's amazing. Much love and appreciation, Cassie. Cassie's been riding with the RWO for a long time. She's been showing love to me for a long time, and she'll be in before the show. There's a bunch of people that check in, like after I put the show in, before the show goes live, they'll be typing and saying what's up, and I always look back and check and appreciate that from you all. Even if I don't respond, I'm always peeking. The Demon Reaper, Cash Cow, 10 months deep. Thank you, Demon. Greeky, unscripted. Heart for life. Thank you, Greeky. That's first off the bat to a sissy bucks. But yeah, Cassie in the chat, start throwing them loves. Appreciate you. Flaming heart emojis, W's in the chat. Oh my gosh. So I want to get to Boogie on Lolcow Live today. Did you watch any of him?
I did.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Kalo Dano real quick. He's in members waiting. Kalo Dano, what are you up to? Yeah, I can't see in the chat. Start throwing them loves.
What's up? 1 second. Turn my camera on.
What are you doing?
Nice room, brother.
Nothing much. I just got back from Harrison.
Yeah, I saw some Lolcow gold today. You were in a sombrero trying to fight ice. Did they pick you up?
No, but an officer, I did get trespassed from the Harrison Walmart.
Is that just the Harrison Walmart? They can't trespass you from the other ones?
Yeah, no, it was just the Harrison Walmart because I didn't go in the store or anything. I just was in their parking lot.
So, Kalo, did you find any racists while you were there?
Oh, hell yeah, we did.
What was the most racist thing that you came in contact with? Don't break TOS.
One old lady yelled at me to go back to my country.
Did you tell her you were from Arkansas?
No, I was just laughing at it because I'm like, that's funny as hell. But hey, we got a new character out of it. We got LK Loco.
LK Loco. Kalo,
Yep.
did you do a racism trying to fight racism? You're not Mexican.
No, LK Loco's Mexican. Kalo's white.
Kalo,
There's
you're
a difference.
playing a Mexican man as a white male.
Yeah, that's LK Loco.
Makes zero sense to me, brother.
Hey, but did you see the other side of the sign? What it said?
No.
No.
The other side of my sign said, "Purge the whites, free the Mexicans."
Yo, you out there looking for death, huh?
Cassie coming through with the big love. Thank you, Cassie. Kalo.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing over there in Harrison? Are you trying to incite racial violence by using stereotypes?
We were just trolling the racists, man. That was fun. It was a fun stream. Hey, we were competing against Queens tonight, and I think we're getting up there, man.
You're the W's in the chat because we're going head to head with Bus right now, and I got to tell you, it's a rough world here in the B circuit when you're redheaded stepchild prime time.
Redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
Lightning Sparrow coming through with the RW. Wow, much love, Lightning. Appreciate you. Kalo, tell me the truth.
Yes.
Are you trying to incite a race war?
No, I was trying to tell people, I was trying to cure racism in Harrison.
Kalo, are you funded by George Soros?
No. At one point, I was yelling through the megaphone, "Nuke Trump, nuke Trump."
You can't do that. You can't do that, Kalo.
Yeah, man.
We did it, though.
Gotta be careful, brother.
Picture this. Biggs rolls up
Did
to
you
Fat
learn
Camp
not
and
to yell
chromed out
threats through
Escalade sits
a
up in the
megaphone
window.
after last
Pushes
time?
button and Billy starts rising through sunroof, wrapping campers playground with gangsters paradise flair.
Goodness.
like that.
It looked like a fun time. It's Mooch says we need LK Loco for real. Make wrestling happen. Kalo, are you in wrestling shape right now? Are you ready to go tag team?
No, I'm never taking any bumps ever again. I took a table bump one time as a ring announcer, and I swore to myself I would never take another bump again.
Why? Because you got pussy back?
No, because I couldn't walk for like 2 days. Like it hurt.
You bumped poorly.
Boy.
You weren't trained well. I'm afraid because I got my pacemaker, and if I disconnect my pacemaker doing some wrestling or boxing or fighting shit, it's like $150,000 to fix. No.
That's a lot of money, bro.
I shouldn't do that. Big Ran 99 says, picture this. Biggs rolls up to Fat Camp in chromed out Escalade, sits up in window, pushes button, and Billy starts rising through the sunroof, wrapping campers playground with gangsters paradise flair.
I'd do it.
Been bumping most my sound, living in a camper's playground. So stupid.
Yo, Billy, so the next big IRL stream I wanted to plan is we got two things. We're gonna interview the popular racist dude from Zinc, Arkansas, that's in like all the Pootie videos and the Gideon videos. And then
is he gonna meet with you?
Yeah.
Have you talked to him
already?
You just he said to other people, like, if he's outside of his house, you could go up and talk to him.
You're gonna just sit there and wait for him to come out? You're gonna
No,
deliver him some
I'm gonna show up
DoorDash?
and see. I'm gonna go there and show up and see if he's outside and see if I can talk to him.
You should.
And then
you should dress up like Kim Kardashian and try and bring him a
Kim
pizza.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
With the bag on your butt behind you.
But another thing we're doing is we're pulling a page out of your book, and I think I'm gonna go to Topeka and troll the Westboro Baptist Church.
Good luck. I don't. They're not easy to infiltrate. I don't even know what they're up to these days.
You just be careful, man. You know, you outside. You're not in behind closed doors.
Don't be
Just
careful.
Be careful, bro.
Be bold. Get beat up. don't
Billy wants violence.
don't incite any fucking violence with your megaphone. Like that's not okay. Don't be the problem. Just find the problem and then get the shit kicked out of you. It's content.
Viva la raza.
Kayla, what the fuck? This guy. Yeah. He's heavy on the tism scale. I don't know.
Say less.
People are saying he's too pretty for jail. Oh, I don't know about that.
I was going to say something very crazy, but
he said my dad had to get a tattoo for the Aryan Nation when he was in jail. I don't know what that means. And I'm like, what the fuck? I think you know what that means. If you don't,
I don't.
You should Google it before you start saying that shit to everybody.
So, for as long as I've watched you, I've always had the hoodie. What is the lore behind the hoodie?
The hoodie?
The hoodie. I need
comfy.
To know. So there's no lore behind it. It's just
no, shit's comfortable. I like having a little fucking hair hug, It's nice.
Hair hug?
little hair hug. It's just kind of comfy. It's like a Snuggie. I don't know. I used to wear bandanas because my hair would be really messy because of the curls. And then I started wearing my hair in a ponytail. But getting the hoodie on just keeps everything kind of wind resistant.
Interesting. I thought it was like a whole lore behind it. And you're just telling me you just like air hugs. This is outrageous.
Yeah, I just don't. It's my wizard robe. It gets cold in Seattle. It rains a lot in Seattle. I don't want my hair to get frizzy. I think frizzy hair is kind of, I don't know, not attractive. You know what I'm saying?
I have no hair. See? I have this hair.
That's good hair.
Completely gray.
That's good hair.
Completely gray.
You don't have to worry about weather on that, right? Like me, I have to worry. If my hair gets weathered, I'm fucked.
Hey, you have long, beautiful, luxurious hair. My hair don't grow that long anymore.
Cryptic.
When I was younger, it did.
Yeah, it's.
Ellie K. Edwards said you have some of the best curls.
They used to be really, really good. Then I had my hair grow out so long that I don't know. They're not as perfect as they used to be. Cryptic Cowgirl, thank you for the deuce. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 6 out of 30 into the way of getting Sissy Bucks with 19 minutes and 25 seconds left. If you want to drop a deuce on our chest, you can fill our coffers with delicious $2 bonus loves. We're trying to get down in the next 19 minutes and hit that Sissy Box.
That Sissy Box. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Boogie tonight on Lolcow Live was bedridden.
He took maybe 2 handfuls of melatonin, bro. That guy is insane.
He did?
If he's still awake, right? Yeah, he did. He did. Fistfuls, bro. He's like, why? I don't know. He just refused to get out of bed. He was upset.
Do we know what the dosage is?
No. The census of the chat was saying that it was basically just Skittles, gummies. But
Yeah. Gidgy says, let's go. I've been taking,
Gidgy.
Much love, Gidgy. I've been taking these 12 milligram melatonins because I usually, the last batch I got were 3 milligram. And I'd usually take 3 of them to get to sleep. And this is 4 of them in one pill. I got them on sale. And even then, it takes me a while to get to sleep. I don't know. Melatonin's a wild beast. MJ redacted, so the curls will come back if you get pregnant. Are you saying I got to stop taking it up the ass? Fuck.
Oh my.
Fuck.
What the hell are we talking about here now?
Wait. I'm not a girl, so I can't get pregnant. That's the answer, MJ. MJ, maybe.
Allegedly.
Cassie will come through, dropping another 2 deuce on us. Thank you, Cassie. Much love. I gotta say this. My mom was trying to defend Sweet Tea for her crazy antics. She was like, when women are pregnant, they don't always think straight. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you put money in Sweet Tea's bank account, she's going to fight to give it back no matter how much it is. Miss Alla, primetime loving. Holly Dolly, rewind for life. Thank you, Miss Alla. And thank you, Holly Dolly. Much love. Oh, my goodness. The love is pouring in. It's so fun. But I think that with Sweet Tea and this damn money, she probably would quit before she paid it back, right? She just go back on the government dole.
She's out of here.
I feel like it's going to have to get interesting. I hope her and Keemstar figure something out, just because like she's funny like that. She should be here. I like
she's
her.
legally obligated to give it back.
There's
no way that she keeps it. She has to. It's not hers, bro. It's, if they have access to put money into her bank account, they have access to take money out of her account, so.
they can't just take money out of her account, right? Like
they might. Hey, man. Shit. You'd be surprised.
I wonder how that would work. It's Mooch says, you glad the vaudeville haircut is grown for fat camp? Fuck. I am. That haircut was about as hilarious as it needed to be. Very shameful. Dingy says, Billy the GOAT. Thank you, Dingy. It was, I don't know, were you watching around the time that I got the haircut?
Yeah, your hair was long, bro. You're insane.
It was my hair was so long that the curls were kind of like tangled in the back. And I couldn't untangle them, so I asked my sister to untangle them, and she was like, yeah, I could do that. And she's like working on the tangles, and they're gnarly. They're curls, so curls can get pretty hard to deal with. And she's drinking while she's doing it, and she's getting wasted. And she's like, this would be easier if I could just cut some. I'm like, sure, whatever, let's go. She gets the scissors out. She's like, I probably need the clippers for this. She gets the clippers out. Before I know it, my shit was hacked.
Oh, my God. Yo, she bullied you, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
She was
sorry that happened.
She was trying to help. Oh, shit.
Billy free the Lucius 90s boy band Locks.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that
way. There you go.
There you go. You get the 90s boy band Locks for 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Sicilian from Brooklyn says no, they can't remove money from her account. Yeah, not just bully status. No. Matron, welcome to Cash Cow. 18 Mr. Mechanical says, Biggs, have you heard of Billy's music? And Alexandria gave us the heart.
Yes.
Much love.
Yes, I have heard of his music, and I actually like it. That's how I met him the first time. That's how he came on my radars for his music, because he's very talented and he puts humor into his music. Very interesting guy. Yeah,
one of the things I want to do, like for music, I'm always thinking of the audience. I'm always thinking of like what I could identify with the audience, but I'm making music that's real to me, to myself, and I want it to be thoughtful. I want it to be funny. I want it to be sonically pleasing at best to my ability. And it's every song as you're writing or creating is kind of like a puzzle. And you don't, when you start, you're like, or maybe it's like a sculpture. Maybe it's like a puzzle. You start with basically a fucking big ass block of stone. You have to figure out how to make this a Greek Adonis with a tiny penis, And it's not, it's not so easy.
You can't start with the penis either. So. I think that's a good analogy for it. It's a sculpture.
I always imagine they wanted him to have like a big dick, but they were chipping away at the sculpture. And the fucking dick cracked and fell off. So they had to give him a tiny penis because he fucked up the sculpture or something.
They had to call it an ad-lib.
For real. Zombie Prague alone says, hey, Billy, could you post the March schedule, please? I don't know where it is at. Let me figure that out. Marty Moves says he could just garner her checks till he's whole. Yeah, that's something they could do, is garner the checks. They could take it all at once. They could try and work with her if she's going to work with them. But the fact that she doesn't want to give it back is just fucking funny. It
says a lot. You know, if they made a mistake and they expect you to give it back, is admirable. Just give it back. I don't understand the point of it. I think the big issue is what Billy touched on earlier. She spent that shit already, bro. It's gone. We made jokes about it, but I'm 100. She took it. She spent it.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been malicious. She probably honestly thought that it was what she was owed. And, she figured, oh, they gave me everything that I need. And then she just paid off whatever she needed to pay off. And boom, it's gone. So,
yeah, the way Sweet Tea be spending money, I'm pretty sure that she don't know what she's earned or not. She don't keep track. She just gets money and it's gone, I think.
Yep.
I would love to hear her talk about it on a show. So that's why I'm maybe checking in Lolcow Alpha right after LolcowRewind.
I'm gonna watch. I'm curious to see. If she comes in there and she just says she bought vapes, I'm just gonna die.
But the fact that her answer to everything has switched up so many times, I don't know what the final answer is gonna be. Thuma Erman says, for the Stew crew, and it's Mooch says Sweet Tea gets money for teeth she needs. Win-win. I thought they were going to pay for her damn teeth when she got them removed the first time. Sweet Tea just randomly one day showed up without teeth. She had them the day before. And she didn't say nothing about getting rid of them. And then she just showed up and was like, her teeth were gone. That is some funny ass shit.
And it was like that because I swore I saw her with teeth one day and then she just didn't. And I just thought she never had teeth. Like maybe I was drunk or something. I don't, but that's
no, she literally just showed up. Was like, oh yeah, I got my teeth removed today. Like, what? Logie, Barra, Glassholes Unite. Shout out to all the Glassholes chilling, watching with us right now. We had a huge audience of people who loved Rewind because they were Zay's people with Lolcow Glass. And Zay left us, and now we're going head to head with the one show that Lolcow Glass loves to talk about, Lolcow Bus. I bet you most of the glass holes are sitting here waiting for Amber to make her next mistake.
And she does that often. I went on that lady's show and, she said something to me and then 3 seconds later told me she did not say it and then told me to play the tape back so she can see she didn't say it. It's like, yo, you don't even know what you said 3 seconds ago? Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I just beat my head against the wall. I was like, okay, bro, whatever, man. And then she told me to play the tape back, yo. She was that
Everybody tries to speak to Amber in their own language. You got to speak in her language. You have to give her what she wants to hear, and then you have to convince her that she's comfortable. And then she opens up and she'll talk. We had her on Rewind one night for 2 hours. It was a long discussion. She hung out with us for damn near a whole episode. It was a pretty good conversation. Sicilian from Brooklyn says, Biggs, don't make an excuse. You don't get 2 deposits in the same day, and she knows around what she makes. So did she get 2 deposits?
I didn't know it was 2 deposits. I thought it was just 1. Yeah. I didn't know. Wow.
But you say she knows around what she makes. Does she?
I mean,
I don't know.
Think about it.
I don't know if Sweet Tea is one of these people on the back end counting everything. And do you think she'd even notice 2 deposits? Maybe she thought one was honestly, I don't want to make this excuses either. I think she just saw money in her account and she was like, pays to be me.
Yeah. But she just was like, no, she's not giving it back. That's kind of crazy. But I honestly think that she thought it was just something that she was owed. I don't think it was malicious. I think that she really thought it was something she was owed. She said a couple of times it was, she didn't get paid for a couple of nights that she worked or whatever. So it probably was something that she thought she was owed. I don't think she just took it to be funny. I don't see that.
I don't think she cared. I think she saw the money in there and was like, well, things are always coming up, Sweet Tea. And she just fucking spent it. Holly Dolly says, unwind with Rewind. We're 5 away from hitting that sissy box. We got about 7 minutes left. I think we could do it.
I think so too. But I guess she just said, hey, more vapes, bro. More vapes. Let's go.
Whitney says she's banned from the Discord. Have you tried making a mod mail ticket? If you didn't do anything, I think there's a mod mail option on the website. Check out the LolCow Universe website if you can. lolcow.co, and I think there's an option to do that. I've never had to use it myself because I am a host and I get preferential treatment. Whenever I have an issue or a problem, it usually gets dealt with by somebody who is there, the people who care. And Funky Faith says, love Rewind, RWO for life, with the hearts, the big hearts. Cassie coming through with the 2-2. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
So, what do you think about Boogie saying that he's being sued for defacing the graveyard that he was in a couple of days ago? What do you think about that?
Wonder how much damage he actually did.
I mean, he is a big man, and he did fall on a dang on tombstone. So.
Dude, one time I was out in the Hakamok swamp with some friends at midnight looking for the hellhounds. You familiar with Hakamok Swamp over in Massachusetts?
No, sir.
Supposedly there's hellhounds out in the swamp. We were all out there looking for trouble. I think there might be a headless man or something. There's a lot of rumors. I think there's a burial ground out there. I don't know. It's a questionable spot, right? We were out deep in Hakamok Swamp, and we were kind of spooking each other. Loey coming through with the do. Much love, Loey. We were like scaring each other, and we're driving, or we're walking around the swamp. We're all freaked out. We're like, fuck it, let's get out of here. This is a little creepy. So we get in my friend's Jeep, and he's trying to get out of the swamp. He tries to back up, can't back up because there's like a mud puddle, a mud thing in the swamp. It's a swampy area. He goes forward. We drove into what looks like a very tiny person's graveyard in like some random spot in these woods. I don't know if it was like dwarves or what, but I think we drove into a graveyard and probably got cursed. But I didn't drive, so does the curse come to me or does it go to my buddy who was driving? I don't know. But I
think it goes to the driver.
It scared the hell out of me, and I hope we didn't destroy anything. I just seen the headlights, and I seen what looked to be like a makeshift tiny graveyard, and it freaked me out. And I was like, dude, let's get the hell out of here. And we ended up going away and getting out of there, but never messed around the Hakamok Swamp. Ladies and gentlemen, we hit that $60. Han Solo says, did you find any Hakamok diamonds? Oh, wait. We got the curse of the Hakamok diamond, dude. Belladonna Berry coming through with the big love. Hearts to you, Belladonna. D'Angie says Keem was supposed to help her get her teeth. If he didn't, he would go on a show with fishnets. They tried to get her damn teeth. You'd think by now she would have got her teeth. She was supposed to be on a waiting list, right? Lightning Sparrow says, should I use my invisibility for crime? Or, honestly, would you use your invisibility for crime? Or would you use your invisibility to gain information? You could be a spy. If you were invisible, you could always have eyes on situations. You could peek.
Yeah, because if you were invisible and you were stealing money, the money wouldn't be invisible. So people would just see piles of money floating by. I don't think you get very far.
Yeah, I don't know the laws of invisibility, but I like it. Exile Warriors. Exile Warriors says, what's poppin', Papa? Much love, Big Bill. Much love, Exile. You little papas.
Unless she had the cloak of invisibility. That's a thing.
Well, I don't know what the rules of being invisible are. I say this. I know a lot of people who are invisible because we choose not to acknowledge them. Have you ever been like in a restaurant and the busboy's coming by cleaning tables? And you're having a little meal and he's coming to your table and you don't pay attention to him because he's doing his job and you're trying to have a meal? You're ignoring a human being. They're not actually invisible, but you're treating them like they are.
I'm sorry. Okay, I will never do that again.
Think about it. What if they had a syndicate of invisible humans people who are in the workforce that these upper echelon people pay no mind to. Why would I talk to the busboy? Why would I talk to the fucking gardener, you know? But if they all work together, they could spy on the elites and take these motherfuckers down.
That is true. That is true.
If they're doing anything wrong, you know?
Everybody does something wrong.
We need to start an app for people who work like with super rich people to snitch on them, right? That'd be great. Like the gardener, the busboy, the fucking everybody who's on your property, in your home, the maid, and they're like, by the way, did you know Cassandra Papadopoulos from Fox News fucks horses? You're like, what? What? We gotta look into this. I imagine a lot of it would be bullshit, but if you could get them to report and then get people to follow up and be like, oh, actually, yeah, she be going to the fucking barnyard a lot on during unscrupulous times. I've said
who goes 3 a.m. to the barnyard? Who does that?
So we can start an app that's like snitch on the elites, the bad elites. There's good elites, right? There's good people who have a lot and they just mind their own business. They raise their family. They contribute to their local community. But there's some people that are just up to no good.
And you have the dark, evil, twisted people do things.
Because before, like if you look at these Epstein files, it looks like Epstein was getting information to lean in on these people, right? So he would get photographs, evidence to like kind of like be able to make them do moves and stuff based off his will. He had his own syndicate, but he was at the top. What if we built a syndicate from the bottom up? They used to call it trickle-down economics. Give to the rich and it will trickle down to the poor. I want tickle up thugonomics. I want people at the bottom to just start poking their fingers up in that ass.
Wait a minute. No, we don't.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Well, somebody said, can a payroll person cancel the check? But that's only before it goes into their account if it's spent. Like if somebody says, hey, there's a payroll processing, we can cancel it, yes. But once it goes into the other person's account, they can't take it back. We make a lot of jokes, but once it's in there, they can't take it back. And they can't go into your account and take anything either. That's why they think that you're gonna be honorable and give it back to them. Or they can, take it from your next payments. They can't take money from you, but they can withhold money from you, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it was money was given to Sweet Tea at her bank account that wasn't hers, and she don't want to give it back because she
went to a party.
You can't give Sweet Tea anything and expect her not to appreciate it. She's like, oh, no. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Fellas.
That was sent to me.
Exotic, you're doing great. You got one of the great hosts that can wrangle in turns.
Thank you. Billy outrageous, bro.
Cheers to you, Remo. It's just a critical thinking in the chat says, I just got back from holiday and don't know what the fuck is going on. Where's Zay? Why is the time moved? And why are they still on B Circuit? So, like we said, B Circuit was supposed to be for the month of February. Instead, we're now going head-to-head with the highest viewed show on the network, LolcowRewind Bus.
Because we can take them.
A huge amount of our fan base who loved hating on LolcowRewind Bus. Shout out to the young Glassholes. They do a great show, LolcowRewind Glass. Unfortunately, that's the only place you can see Zay now. Zay is on LolcowRewind Glass with Jersey. She's no longer a part of Rewind. And hopefully she comes and visits us from time to time. I know she just had a huge weekend with her mom and unfortunate family event. And now that she's back in the swing of things, you can catch her on LolcowRewind Glass. And she will stop by here on LolcowRewind on occasion. But it's different. And we're 2 hours earlier in redheaded stepchild primetime, B circuit primetime. You know,
B circuit.
we are the powers of primetime. Lolcow Wild, LolcowRewind. So
Stop, bro.
that's the way things are right here, right now. But we're just chilling. We're just hanging. It's a new way to play the rewind unwind.
The rewind unwind. So I was watching Nerds yesterday, and Grim was on there, you know, GTS Wrestling Grim, and Twiggy for some reason, and they were just sitting there shooting promos off of each other. It's kind of cool if you are into wrestling. There was some
Twiggy
decent
and Grim?
promo work. Yeah, it's kind of you would think that but no, it was actually kind of okay. They had some. It was like improv almost. They were talking about father son. It was kind of weird, but kind of cool though because I like creativity.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a connoisseur of wrestling promos, and most wrestling promos, even on a professional level, are dog shit to me. So I couldn't imagine what was going on. I see a lot of people go into their wrestling promo, and they're basically just ripping off mannerisms from The Rock or Stone Cold or somebody else, and I hear that, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna cringe. I have a very, I think I'm actually spoiled. I think I have a very high, like, just uck factor for anything that's not perfect when it comes to creativity.
You know, who is your favorite promo in wrestling?
Probably Mick Foley.
Very good one.
When he's going in on his shit, he's great. He went through the cheap pop phase where he was just doing the movements.
Come on, it was great.
But I liked him, right? It was fine. I marked out for every single one of them, but it was when he went really deep and psychological. Jake the Snake was big.
I think my favorite promo was Bray Wyatt. I think he was my favorite promo.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt was really good. He was cerebral. I think he learned a lot from the greats for psychology. You need psychology. Like in wrestling, there's a lot of meathead promos, and they can be funny. I'm gonna come down January 24th and punch you in the titty at Hall Hale Casino, and if I don't leave with the belt, you're gonna leave in an ambulance, and it's stuff like that. But
hey, that kind of makes sense though. Makes sense. I think the whole I'm gonna yell at you until you give in promos were kind of lame to me. I was always a fan more of Mankind, especially when he was Mankind, where he'd do the have a nice day at the end and he'd like tear his hair and talk to you. You know, those were classic to me. I didn't like the whole meathead promo idea. It wasn't me.
Yeah, Ric Flair's a good promo. There's a lot of good promos though. One of my all-time favorites, Kevin Nash. He would just sit back, be cool, talk shit. He wasn't like a killer promo, but it was great how he just didn't give a fuck. He's just like, oh.
He didn't at all. He didn't give a fuck. Him or Scott. They just was like, fuck it. It is what it is.
I see people in the chat bringing up CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, they're good. CM Punk is great. John Cena is great. He cuts a fucking killer promo. John Cena is one of the most brilliant men in the world, I bet, and we don't know it. He's supposedly got a high IQ, and he uses it to play fighter.
That uses to troll people on Instagram, brother.
He's a politician. That's the thing. Like, you got to be really good at politics in pro wrestling, because it's a world that is athletic, but it's all based on getting over with the audience and the person who's running the show. So you got to know how to. In any world, like this world here, the LCU, the world that is created by Keemstar, there's something called world building in any world. Like if you got a video game, there's a world building. The world of the video game, the rules of the video game, world building in Dungeons and Dragons. There's rules to the game. World building in The Sims. There's rules to the game. Everything there is that has a world around it, there's rules to that world. This world we live in right now, there's rules to this world. The world building of Earth. Once you figure out what those rules are, then you got to be political and make them bend to your will. See, politics is all about who gets what. And if you're a politician, you're like basically the world champion of getting shit for whoever you represent, right? That's what it comes down to. And
yes,
John Cena is one of those guys who's very political, very smart, very, very able to communicate, very able to convey a message. And I think here in the LCU, you got some people who are really smart at doing that too. And you got some that are mega fucking stupid. And that's when it gets interesting.
You have some who are very knowledgeable and know how to generate a function and to explain something so meatheads can understand it. Like Billy, thank you for teaching. And I listen to you when you talk to me, and I listen to you when you guide me. So I'm saying it publicly. I know I've said it to you privately, but thank you for taking the time out from me, brother.
It's what we do. It's what we do. It's of course. Appreciate you being here, ready to throw down and get your hands dirty in the LCU. And
yeah, I have big hands.
Right. Do you have fat fingers? Because you were a big guy, right?
I was 13s. Yes.
See, I feel like for as fat as I am, I have not as fat hands. I have pretty, like your hands, my hands. These don't look like fat hands. Have you ever seen someone with like sausage fingers?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have sausage fingers.
I don't like. Part of me is like, why don't I have sausage fingers? Right? Because I'm huge. I'm gigantic. I'm like, why does one person half my size have these fucking sausage hands? How does that work?
You have very nimble fingers, brother. Very nimble.
Yeah. It was wild like that.
You're insane, brother. You're insane. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I've given everybody a complex about their hands now. They're like, wait, do I have sausage fingers? Could you imagine being a lady with like thick dick sausage fingers? I can only imagine. Because like ladies want to have dainty everything, you know? Imagine if you had a fucking flesh mitten, like a chub mitten. You're like, you go to grab your hairbrush and you got globules of fat surrounding the handle of your hairbrush. You have to brush your hair with a grip.
I'd assume she doesn't need a man.
That's actually true.
Yeah, what is your ring size? What is your ring size, Billy? Do you know?
I think 13. I
have a 13.
It's been a long time since I wore a damn ring. Critical Thinking says, thank you for the update, Billy. Personally, don't understand the move taking Zay off Rewind. I was against her being on Rewind at the start, but she was the best fit here and now gone. Yeah, it's a huge switch up. I don't know if it's just for the month of March, and then we'll see what happens. I really don't know what's going on in the future. I really am just along for the ride as well. But thank you, Critical, for hanging with us.
Sicilian from Brooklyn said that you have piano playing fingers.
Yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
No, I never got into music because it was extracurricular. And I was kind of like barely going to school anyways. I would disappear first. I would show up late and disappear early all the time. It wasn't my bag. It was a low speed. I had to go.
Low speed. I had to go, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have defiance issues. I have I get bored of a lot of the stuff. I think that it's just my ADHD couldn't let me settle. And either I was like class clown getting kicked out for talking shit or doing crazy stuff, or I just was like, why even bother? It's after lunch. I'm just gonna leave lunch with my fucking homies and go fuck some shit up, do something funny, do something stupid.
I'll give you the update to my own journey of Magic the Gathering, by the way. I played Arena for a good bit today on my PC. The game is fucking cool as hell, bro.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Have you been testing out a certain color deck? Like, what were you into?
I went through the tutorial where it was like a good hour worth of play, and it gives you a bunch of decks. It gives, I think I had like 7 decks. And I kind of got overwhelmed. There was like too much shit going on. So, but I'm gonna go back into it probably later on tonight or probably tomorrow.
You just keep hitting at it. Magic the Gathering Arena is the best place to learn how to play Magic.
Yeah, I was blown away about, it's a lot of strategy involved in it, and I didn't think it would be. I'm impressed. I see why you guys love it so much.
It was Game of the year it came out. Mensa approved, genius game, and they say it's the best game in the world, the most complicated, most intelligent game in the world. And it's also, you can just play my goblins. I'm going to attack with my goblins. It's fun. It's creative. It's intelligent. It's a good game.
Yes, it had me thinking, bro. I could feel like the wood burning in my head, just like, holy shit, man. I like it. I'm glad y'all told me to play that shit, because now I'm going to play it more.
Yeah, we're going to be playing some at Fat Camp. That'll be fun. Everybody
can't let you guys broadcast it.
I don't know if we'll be able to or not, but it'd be fun. People are saying it's not that complicated. Oh, it can be. It can be. It
is to me, man. It is to me.
Once you learn the basics, it's really fun, really entertaining, and it doesn't get too complicated, but it can get complicated. It's a game that's been existing for over 30 years, and they add new elements to the game 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a year. They have a batch of like 100 to 400 new cards added in each time, and it gets interesting. So if you think it's not complicated, then you are brilliant. Your mind is made just for Magic. But once you learn, it's really not that. The basics aren't. It's about strategy, deck building, resource management, and finding a way to get your opponent down from a certain life total. It's math. It's math and puzzle building, problem solving.
I like it. I'm gonna play it again. I think I'm gonna, because I spent a lot of time playing Hearthstone back in the day, and I didn't like it because they started retiring cards and making things inaccessible. So, but this one seems to not do that. Very interested.
It's weird how it works. There's a whole living, breathing universe in different formats, but it's fun. It's fun. Check it out, Magic Arena, if you are interested at all. If not, just hear us talk about it on Nerd Shit on occasion. Scar Spunk D says, love you, Billy Biggs, you rock. Stu Crew for life. Got that Stu Crew. And Critical Thinking says, talking about games, should we drop some game codes? I'm always down for some game codes if you got a goal to hit or something.
Game codes? What are we talking about?
Nuvis Water Bottle says, Magic is good complicated. Yu-Gi-Oh is bad complicated. I've heard Yu-Gi-Oh is like you need to have everything all in all the time, where Magic is formats are consistently updating. So sometimes a format's really fast, sometimes a format's a little slow, but Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just like fucking turn 1 Razor Dragon Fire Deluxe, I beat you, or trap card, no, I beat you. I don't know. It comes down to like super complicated rock, paper, scissors. Oh, shit. Albany says Cripmac deserves a Magic card now. Cripmac, 50 on 55th, on 55th, on 5th Street.
55th Street.
55th Street. He would be a 5/5, right? That would be his attack and defense. 5/5 for 5 mana. He would have to be a blue card too, right? Cripmac would have to be mono blue.
Yes.
protection from red.
What are we doing, bro?
I'm just designing a Cripmac magic card right here, right now.
5-5.
Mono blue. Mono blue 5/5 protection from red.
Yes, it is. See, head of the table.
Yeah.
I acknowledge the man.
Scars Punk Desus Biggs. Is that the Roman Reigns shirt? I acknowledge. What do you think? You think your favorite wrestler is?
My favorite wrestler of today? Current? I would say AJ Styles.
He just retired. You're going to have to get a new one soon.
I have to get a new one.
AJ's good.
Let's see. Who would be my new favorite? I don't know. I don't even know. I have to think about it. AJ was before, like now, my favorite of all time was Ric Flair. Ric Flair. Then I like the Farouk back when he was Ron Simmons in WCW.
Yeah, I remember him debuting. Back. I think he debuted on WWF television in Seattle, Washington, Key Arena. It was filmed during the Shawn Michaels birthday episode because I was there live, July 22nd or 24th, 1996. And Farouk came out and he had this whole get up on and he attacked Ahmed Johnson and fucked up Ahmed Johnson's kidneys or something. They
didn't like each other. They had a lot of problems. Ahmed Johnson, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But, I remember him. I remember Hercules Hernandez, just obscure people. Macho Man Randy Savage is my second favorite. But because he just gave zero fucks, bro. He could give zero. I remember I thought that he killed Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I cried like a little baby, bro. I thought he was dead. You know what I'm talking about.
Macho Man was great. Macho Man was an amazing character, too. He was just like, he turned everything up to 1,000,000. He stood out, his suit, his voice, everything. Scars Punk D says, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Logie Barris, the APA had one of the best entrance music themes. Yeah, their shit popped. Bradshaw and Farouk, two bully motherfuckers. They're just bullies. Like they put them together probably just to fucking bully the backstage.
But it worked, bro. But it worked. It worked. Every aspect of that was believable. Because they were some big hosses, bro.
Yeah, well, they were mean motherfuckers. They were veterans. They knew this shit. Ahmed Johnson was overrated. Lunchbox says, look, Ahmed Johnson looked like a fucking unit. Dude had the look down pat. He just looked like a mean motherfucker. He worked poorly. His promos, you could barely hear what he was saying. But fuck. And I guess he had enough somas in his fucking fanny pack to keep Sonny addicted. I don't know.
I don't know what. Brian Pillman was good, yo. He was taken from us too early. He was good. Who else I think was really, really good and just very underused in that time period? I used to like Raven. How do you feel about Raven? I like Raven.
Raven's really good. Raven was one of the big idea men in ECW. I think he was responsible for a lot of creative. I think Raven is he's got a huge mind for the business that I think is overlooked. I often feel like Raven didn't get a lot of credit in his era for what he would do behind the scenes, and I think he got some championship runs on ECW. Had a good run in WCW, made some money there. I think he was kind of hated for a while in WWF because he supposedly early on when he was working in WWF, he took an underage Shane McMahon out and got him drunk or something. I don't know if that was true. I hear these rumors all the time. But somebody who I think might be one of my favorites right now reminds me a lot of Raven when it comes to like the mind for the business. Xavier Woods, I fucking love that guy, and I think he's brilliant. Yeah. I think he doesn't get enough credit for his wrestling brain and
and he's a very good talker. He's a very good talker too.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
You know, I remember him early in his career in TNA, and don't even get me started with TNA. 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5 TNA, amazing, bro. But back when they had Sting and Kurt Angle, good times, bro. That TNA was crazy. The talent in there, ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, it's everybody who couldn't work for WWE or WWF, they got to go there and basically experiment. The same time WWF was running right there, it was such a tight ship. They were cutting people from doing their own promos, cutting them from having their own like identities. Everybody had this like, there was a lot of guys that just showed up and had trunks on, and they go by like a regular person named Randy Orton, Dave Batista, Brock Lesnar. If you look at them, there's no real gimmick there. There's no real thought, but these guys were fucking amazing talents, amazing athletes, amazing wrestlers. So they rose above. But you look at those names, and there's probably 20 times as many guys trying to break through with the same name, gimmick, same look at that time period, and it was hard. So people go down to fucking TNA and get to live a little and be a little flashy.
Yeah, but they had a lot of good matches. Some people who are now going to be actually Hall of Famers in WWE. Never even thought about it. But I don't know. The wrestling business is, they go where they can, get where they can, and it just perseveres,
Yeah. We have ran off all of our viewers. They're all going to watch LolcowRewind Bus now because we're talking about wrestling. We need to start screaming at each other. That's what the LCU needs. That's what they want.
Let me see. What can I scream about you about? Billy, you're too nice.
No, I ain't.
Too bad.
Just wait until the files come out.
The Billy Files?
Yep. It's over, the X-Files. They're remaking X-Files. You see that?
I don't think I'd even care. Honestly,
it's interesting to me. I think Ryan Coogler's behind it. Dude from Sinners.
Now I care.
Right?
Now I care.
Right?
Now I care.
Because
if
it's
did you actually watch it back in its original?
No. But I know how relevant it was and how interesting it was, and where
I watched it. I watched every single bit of it.
Yeah.
It was good.
I watched parts of it. It was fine. I just, at that point in time, all I was watching was wrestling. So it was, if it weren't wrestling, I really didn't care to watch anything else. It was stupid. That or like South Park. I need my cuss words. I needed my cuss words on my wrestling.
There was a show called Firefly. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And
yeah, I've
it
watched
got canceled. They had a movie. I think they're doing a remake of it. One of my friends have been texting me for 2 days telling me about this remake. So let's see where that goes. I would like that. I enjoyed Firefly.
Was Firefly Joss Whedon? Was that who was behind
Yes.
it? Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Josh Whedon did Dollhouse. You ever see Dollhouse?
No.
It had Eliza Dushku, and she was like a prostitute spy that they'd wipe her brain and implement, basically just upload her with the life of somebody that she would play each episode, and her and the other dolls would have missions they would have to pull off. I like Dollhouse. I like Firefly was good too. A lot of
I'm gonna look that up. That sounds interesting.
A lot of good stuff there. People are saying Big's taste in TV is outstanding. He's basically going through the traditional like quality sci-fi stuff. Like,
I'm a big sci-fi fan.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm a big sci-fi fan. You saw Warehouse 13. You watched that?
I liked Eureka better.
I did too. I was just about to say that. my wife liked Warehouse 13. I like Eureka, so we had to watch both of them. But
I can't remember watching Warehouse 13 all the way through, but I did watch the crossover episodes. So I know they did some crossover stuff, but yeah, the Eureka was my shit for a while. I like some TV here and there, but nowadays I don't have time to watch any fucking TV. I can't.
It's because you can't find anything. It's all on 20 different streaming platforms. I don't know where anything is.
Oh, I can find
I'm
it.
a boomer, bro.
I don't have, like, if I have free time, I want to be, like, I don't know, staring into the void now. I don't want to be watching, because the universe here, I'm always locked in on everything here. And it's like, if I go sit down and try and watch a show, I'm going to be like, I wonder what's going on in the LCU. I got to flip in. I got to check in.
You know, things move fast here, man. You have to be on top of it. It's like you'll come in and everybody be looking at you angry, like you missed the world because everybody hates you now. And you don't even know why, because you just missed 20 minutes of the LCU.
Yeah.
That's how fast it goes, bro.
What do you mean you don't know what happened? I don't know.
Right. Like, what do you mean? I only went to the bathroom, bro.
I took a big old shit. Scars Punk D says, I like Warehouse 13. I'm new to it. From is good too. It's from a show.
I'm not familiar with From. What's From?
I don't know. Hank Hysteria says, Biggs, are you actually Gen X? You're Gen X? Yeah, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm 49 years old. I don't look it. You see the gray? If I'll prove it to you. Here. See? I'm definitely 49. I'll be 50 at the end of this year.
I'm 42. When should I expect to get gray?
I had gray since I was 16.
What?
I raised my little brother and my little sister, so I had a very stressful life. I always had gray.
Do you think I'll never get gray hair because I don't stress about anything?
Bro, you don't stress. I think so.
See, I found the secret. I stress eat.
Yeah. I told you what to do. Just change what you eat, brother. Change it.
Oh, it's not fun.
But like, you don't look what you just said. You don't look like you're in your 40s at all, bro. I was sitting here thinking you were in your 30s. You look good.
42 years old. Voyden says, my buds have gotten me into Battlestar Galactica, and damn, it's crazy. I remember it being on air, and I never watched it because I was too busy with my wrestling, but it was going. You know what? You know what I used to watch a lot as a kid?
What?
You ever watch Real Sex on HBO?
That is when we were kids, that was considered,
Yeah, I was always watching Real Sex on HBO as a kid, and looking back at it as an adult, I'm like, this is the most cringiest, corniest fucking sex documentary bullshit ever.
It was amazing, bro. Come on.
But, yeah, when I was a kid, though, I was like, this is it. I'm gonna learn about sex. It was like, I'm gonna see boobies.
It was another show. Yeah, I think we all did. With the hopes of seeing boobies and never saw a single boob.
Oh, they had boobs?
I've never seen a single
boob.
What?
On Real Sex? Oh, shit, critical thinking. Get your likes in right now. If we get to 250 likes, Critical Thinking is going to drop a Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition PC stream key. First one gets it. Get your likes up. We are 25 likes away from 250. If you're watching the stream, you haven't liked it yet, hit that like button. They had
Stargate was good. King Ranch 67 says Stargate. There was a lot of Stargates. My wife was a big fan of Stargate. Very good series too. If you haven't, you should check that out.
Albany says condoms on bananas, candid interviews. Yeah, what a fucking, at the time you thought you were watching some shit you really shouldn't be watching as a kid, but really you shouldn't be watching it because it was fucking stupid.
Was. When we were kids, they had to remind our parents to make sure we were in the house at night. Every night at 10 p.m., a little message would broadcast across the screen that says, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Scars Punk
D come through with the gifted thank you. Yeah, the idea that your kids would be out playing and you might forget to check in on them. It's different world now. Like, all these kids are tethered to their phones. They have little Apple wristwatches so you can follow them and get them around. But You just left and you didn't come home.
We were just out there wild, bro. We didn't have cell phones. You know, they used to tell us we used to have to keep 20 cents in our pockets just in case we had to make an emergency phone call. We didn't have cell phones or tablets or none of this nonsense, bro. We just was outside. Just out
20 cents?
Yeah, 20 cents. Yeah, I'm dating myself. Yeah, 20 cents for a phone call, bro.
They were always a quarter when I was a kid.
Nah, that was later. I think I was a teenager when they were a quarter. But I'm a little bit older than you, brother.
As long as there were payphones, for me, they were 25 cents until the end. I think they raised the price. But
and, you know, I miss phone booths, bro. Like, phone booths were amazing, you know?
Were they? Because
yes.
you know what's amazing? Having a fucking supercomputer connected to the world in your pocket. That's amazing.
This was something that people dreamed about. You know, this like you would never. Kids these days don't even know what a fucking calculator is, bro.
Having to call your mom from a piss-soaked fucking booth in front of a 7-Eleven, not amazing, but pretty cool.
I think I grew up in New Jersey. I think I traveled the entire state of New Jersey on my bike and always made it home in time for the streetlights to come home. Like, it's good times back then, bro.
When the streetlights come on, you better be home. You better be home.
For real. And
come home.
Literally, that's when we had to go in the house. That was the rule. Beat the streetlights home. I remember like riding my bike from like 3 miles away, try to get home, and like seeing the lights come on behind me as I'm riding.
You should be able to come in like 10 minutes after the streetlights come on, right? Like,
I had to be on the block. Like, I had to be like in front of my house when the lights came on. That was the rule. And but you know, they never really, like, you just thought that you were going to be in trouble, but they never really noticed. Like, if you came in the house and the lights were already on, they didn't notice. But it was just the rule. And it was a shame that they really had to remind my parents to check in if we're home at 10 p.m. That it was a thing.
My dad worked nights, so he was never home. And my mom was usually sleeping by that time. So we would be able to do whatever the fuck we wanted. We had a fucking, my grandfather gave us an old motorhome. That was out in the front yard. We had a playhouse from when we were kids in the backyard. We turned into a fucking crack den. Like we basically had a casino. We basically had a speakeasy running on our property between the fucking RV and the playhouse in the backyard. It's like if we needed some privacy, send them to the fucking playhouse. If we wanted some big time kicking it, it was in the fucking the motorhome. And then my dad moved in this Native American fellow, can't remember his name, but he worked with my father, and he barely spoke to us, but he was an alcoholic, and he would come in every Friday after they got paid and lose his paycheck to my dad playing cribbage, and then go back and live in the motorhome. So that threw the party out of sync for a while when he was living in the motorhome. This random guy, and he seemed to be an okay guy. But I think he was just there for my dad to beat him in cribbage, take his money, and then send him back out to the motorhome every week. He worked with my dad, so he was a cool guy, I guess. I don't know.
And now that you say like the word speakeasy, I think we really did too. I think we all did. I think that was the thing, because we had like in our building, like outside there was like a double parking garage, but it was like abandoned, like it was nothing there. So we kind of like built houses inside of this with like pieces of cardboard and wood, and we called it our clubhouse.
Yep.
And things happened in there, but I'm convinced our parents did know about these places, but we just was in there just doing our thing, brother.
We built one of those behind the apartments we lived, or we didn't. I didn't. My friends did. Built one of those in the woods behind the apartments we lived in between the big grocery market and the apartments. So we'd go into the woods, and then they would send in like a couple of like girls into the fucking grocery store to say they had to pee. They'd go in the back of the grocery store to pee. They'd get their hands on some fucking 30 packs of fucking beer, and they would run out the back door with the beer into the woods, and they would have these fucking parties in the woods, and they got fucked up. Like, I remember hearing a story of this girl getting pissed on by a bunch of dudes in the fucking woods because they had like a mattress in the back of the woods, and they were she was into it. I think she was probably dealing with some mental issues, and they were exploiting this poor girl. But I'm like, damn, you guys are just pissing on a girl? What the fuck? I don't hang out with them. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna go play Magic cards, man. But I'd hear those things, and I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, we just drink like beers and passed out and laid on the grass until the world stopped spinning, type shit.
Yeah, that's probably better. Shit got weird.
Logie Barrow says Batgirl.
Nah. It was
different
weird.
times though. It was a different time than it is now. You know, I think my kids wouldn't have survived in my time frame. And when I was a kid, my kids wouldn't have survived that shit.
Well, they'd have to, right? Like,
oh no, bro. Like, do you realize kids don't go outside now? They don't go outside, bro. Nobody goes outside.
They're all tethered to their apps and everything. That's why we're here live on LolcowRewind. Put your phone in your face.
But like it was a punishment to be told to stay in the house when we were kids, bro. Like, my mom told me to stay in the house, so I had to must have caused amounts of havoc unseen to the normal eye, because that shit was brutal. I was one that went out and played and climbed trees and ride bikes. That's why I'm all fucked up now, bro. You know how many trees I fell out of? How many fucking bikes I flipped trying to do wheelies and BMX? I had a good childhood, bro. Yeah, I did some fucked up stupid shit.
Now, like, the stupid shit you do is so dumb, because it's like, I talked to a fucking person online. It turns out they're a 40-year-old man, and they lied to me, and I'm never getting these butthole pics off the internet. It's like, whoa.
What the fuck?
But that's the type of stupid shit people do nowadays, dude. Like I'm glad that I was able to break a bone or light myself on fire, you know? That was my stupid shit.
I never lit myself on fire. I didn't broke a bone before.
I lit myself on fire.
I played a lot of contact sports when I was a kid. I tore up my knee, everything. Like, I played football. I wrestled in high school for a little bit, until I realized that wrestling was nothing but fucking running, and I quit that shit.
Right.
And then I decided to box. And then I realized that boxing was nothing but fucking running, so I quit that shit.
Yeah. They're like, you want to be a wrestler, right? I was like, yeah, they'll come join the wrestling club. And I was like, there's a lot of fucking bullshit I got to do to get to, touching some dude's Speedo. Like, I have to grab at his buns and pull him down to the ground. What the fuck?
They said, oh yeah, you just got to go run. They used to tell us you had to run across town and then run back. They said, you got to lose weight. We need you to lose 5 pounds in 3 days, bro. Do I fucking look like I can do that? No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got critical thinking coming through, about to drop some codes in the chat. If you got those Steam key codes, get your game from Critical Thinking. He says 3 likes away to get the game code coming. And if you get the game code, thank Critical Thinking and let us know you got it. That'd be great. Critical
It's
Thinking.
a good game too. It's a good game, and it's co-op too. By the way, you can play it with your friend. Good Resident Evil game.
Yeah, Mr. Boom Boom Pals, love the new format. Billy Biggs, you're doing great, dude. Thank you, Boom.
Thank you.
Now, we are probably going to have to, you're going to have to dress up like Fupa Cheese tomorrow, and I'm going to have to dress up like Amber tomorrow, and we're going to have to convince people that we're LolCow Bus. If we want to survive in this time slot. Yeah. We're going to have to figure out a way to siphon some of the Bus fans over here. I think
we can just go bully them and go into their voice chat after this and go bully them.
No, we have to trick them into thinking I'm Amberlynn and you're Fupa. That's how it works.
Just gotta have a square.
Don't do it.
Stop it. I like Fupa. She's okay.
Yeah.
He said, I got into wrestling, but once I practiced, my friend decided to get into wrestling with me, gave me a stunner. He quit and learned. I went to Section 2 finals in Glens Falls, New York. Hey, yo, that's what's up, Albany. That's good. I never made it. So I told you I quit. They told me I had to run, and I wasn't a fan of running. Fuck that shit. And I left. The only thing I ran for was football because they told me I can tackle somebody. I was happy.
Yeah, I went to tryout wrestling, and it was a lot of fucking like working out and stuff. And I'm like, I could just go in my backyard and throw my friends through tables.
Backyard wrestling. We all did that. You know that. In some form or fashion, we all did that.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't have rings and shit, bro.
some of them did. So like I did backyard wrestling all across the United States, and some people had makeshift rings. Some people had professional rings. Some people had like really cool crash pads. Some people had just a spot on the lawn. It was funny. It was cool though.
We need to like find some footage of Billy.
I got a bunch of old footage.
We need to.
I don't know where it is. I have to figure it out, dude.
But I remember, the backyard wrestling craze. It was big for a while. They had a bunch of DVDs and stuff that you can buy, and some people actually made it into professional wrestling from backyard wrestling. I think CM Punk used to backyard wrestle.
He probably did. Yeah, I think he did. A lot of my friends from back in the day are still wrestling. Few of them made it to TV, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. We all come from different walks of life, young man. Our past defines our future. We are who we are because of the path we take. And, I envy you. I wish I would have became a fucking wrestler, but it just wasn't a thing growing up in New Jersey. Back then there was no like schools everywhere where you can go and, like you said it yourself, you had to travel for a while to get to it and stuff.
Dude, you just didn't know the right place. I had so many friends in New Jersey that like Jay Lethal. You know who Jay Lethal is?
And he's from Elizabeth, which is maybe 2 towns over from where I was.
Yeah, my friends used to backyard wrestle with Jay Lethal back in the day, and like it would have been right there. You should have known me. I would have told you where to go.
I wish, but now with the internet, it's a smaller world, and you can go on the internet and realize that there's a freaking wrestling school 3 blocks away from you that you wouldn't have known was there if you would, but because it's weird. Now
I was 14 years old going to the library searching about wrestling and backyard wrestling because I was when I started backyard wrestling, and I found the backyard wrestling link, and that's where I linked up with all my little friends across the United States, across the world. We would have stuff fairly often. A lot of my friends from back. One of my friends right now runs a huge indie promotion out of the Northeast, and he's killing it. He's a lot of his guys end up going to the WWE. I think I think he's a fucking one of the affiliates. The WWE has like their affiliates to indie wrestling
system. Yeah. We just went to an indie event down here in Florida. 5-star championship wrestling. They put on a good show. No one really like super, but yo.
Critical thinking with the codes. Whoever snatches that Steam key, let us know you got it. Let us know it worked. Thank you, Critical Thinking, for dropping that big time. Big love.
Thank you.
Critical been showing a lot of love here for a long, long time. Mr. Boom Boom Pow with the little birdie. Wop wop. Bump bump.
It's a little different now. I think I grew up in the wrong era. I would have thrived in being born in 2010.
I mean, you just do what you got with what you have, and that's always how it's been. People are like, AI makes it way too easy to be creative, and I'm like, dude, I remember digital recording making it way easier to be creative. The 20 years before, you had to have analog everything, whether it was audio, video, whatever you're working with. And then 20 years before that, you had to be like a multi-fucking millionaire to put out some shit, Like to really put out some production, to put out a movie or a TV show, You had to be in someone's pocket with money. Like, and now we have AI where people are able to do crazy shit, but a lot of it is soulless, hollow stuff because it's people that don't have real creative drive using it, and the creatives are holding out on doing it because the creatives are like traditionalists. They don't want to lose what they have to the AI, but the real value is the creativity.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Scarspunk D, whoop whoop, with the fucking 5th super on a live stream. And were they damn near all here today with us? Thank you, Scars. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
And you know, I think I think AI is more of a new tool than anything else. I remember, you know, because I was big into art, you know, I still draw. But drawing now, a lot of people draw on tablets versus, you know, when I went to school and learned how to draw, it was with coal or pens or pencils and stuff, and then it went to color markers, and it's always an evolution. So now people are using AI to create it. It's just a tool.
Yeah, I remember when people would use their tablets to do art, and like, that's not art. You can't do art on a tablet. You have to use traditional mediums. And it's like, no, it's actually art. It's actually skill intensive, and now it's like the stuff they're using now. It's pretty impressive what AI will do, but it's still not good enough. You can't be like, write this, and then it's something that's compelling that the audience identifies with. You still need somebody who knows how to talk to an audience to use this tool to make something that really speaks to you, you know? Some people do that with AI. Some of it is just slop that has no depth to it, but a lot of people are making some really interesting. I saw a Logan Paul AI like 15-minute movie this weekend, and it was pretty impressive, action-packed, but the fucking the writing was dog shit. It was like
yeah.
They're like, we made this in a week. And it's like, okay, cool. But
you
like,
can tell.
but
You can tell.
it looks cool. Like a lot of what was there was super impressive. But at the bare bones of it, it was like you probably had 3 minutes worth of ideas, and you stretch it out 15 minutes because, you know, you had AI doing the heavy lifting for you. It was still cool. It's promising for the future. I would love to be able to make a fucking indie movie and have all the color grading and all this shit happen naturally, because then you can have someone who has an idea, has a story, put it through the AI to brush it up and make it as presentable as possible so that the eyes will look at it, and then maybe they will get jobs in the future being the creatives the storytellers of the future. Because I think there's a lot of it's like, I think back to Kevin Smith with Clerks. This guy made Clerks on at his job at a little fucking convenience store during the night when they weren't open for business. Filmed this little movie, and it turned into a huge thing because he took a risk. He did something that was out of the ordinary and paid off because like the story there spoke to people, you know?
Yep.
You're in a fucking dead-end job. And now, could you do that with a black and white movie? The attention span of people? Maybe. But you're competing with so much. So it'll be interesting to see how people utilize this, how we're using it here in the LCU. Keem's making his movies here with us. You know, we had the flood Boogie dropping out of the plane thing going. A year from now, maybe we are having a box office movie premiere. I don't know.
I'd go. Some of that stuff is good that he's making.
Scars Punk D says, we are the nation of domination. Nation of domination.
I remember that. That was like I said, Farouk, he's one of my favorites. You know, that shit. I remember that. And then the feud that The Rock had with him when he was trying to take it over. Classic.
Owen Hart in the nation.
I fucking love Owen, bro. You have to. You know, I love Owen, man.
Yeah, he's a talented person. You see a lot of these guys that never make it to the top because they die young, and a lot of times it's like Mr. Perfect. You know, you expect him to be a world champion one day. He's just got the pedigree. He's got the acumen. He's got everything about him seemed to work. But when you're in the shadow of the people who are more political, and you end up becoming a hand that just works and makes those people look better. And Owen Hart was like that too. I felt like Owen Hart deserved a bigger push, but what he gave to wrestling was solid. So you can't look down on what he did. Not everybody needs the championship. You can still be You can still be the shit.
Yeah, he was definitely a very unique promo. I remember like saying, some people make as a heel, that you're supposed to elicit hate, and I fucking hated that guy, but I loved him. I loved to watch him, but I fucking hated him, And I cried, man. I cried tears when all that stuff happened. Thank God they cut the feed when it happened. But
I was watching live. It was pretty fucked up. But way back 1999 was it? He fell to his death.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I think it was 99.
I think it was 99.
I don't know. I think it was a little earlier than that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw him live in Seattle, April 15th, 1999. A tag team, him and Jeff Jarrett versus the New Age Outlaws was the main event of the house show, and they split him up shortly afterwards, and I think he passed shortly after that. Detrix 99 says, to quote Albany Grimm on Nerds, wrestles in New Jersey and became popular on YouTube. Yeah, he wrestles in New Jersey. I knew so many people in New Jersey who were doing that wrestling shit back in the day. New Jersey had tons of training facilities, some of them better than others, but a lot of my buddies that I traveled around the United States with doing wrestling shit were from New Jersey. Zap Rosedauer says, love you, Billy. Miss seeing you as much. Lost 11 pounds from cutting out crap food. About to start getting swole as fuck. Wish you the best on your weight loss. Thank you, Zap. Thank you. Job Sweet says, was it 98 or 99? It might have been 98.
Yeah, it might. I think 90. It might have been. I don't remember. I don't think it was 99.
May 23rd, 1999. Thank you, Lunchbox, for looking it up.
Thank you.
And thank you, Young Bill Fridge, for not being wrong.
You got it. You got it, Young Bill. You got it.
May 23rd. That would have been just over a month after I saw him on the house show in Seattle, Washington. He main evented.
And it's sad, we saw, after the fact, but, I don't think, if I remember correctly, people were saying he didn't want to do it and he kind of got forced to do that entrance, but knowing Owen, he wanted to, I think. The fucking blue blazer.
I mean,
I remember that
you never know. You never know. Freak accident, horrible thing. Before, doesn't matter what happened before, right? It was the moment that it happened. Was all that matters, and we lost a very entertaining human being that a lot of people loved. Yeah, and that's rough.
I fucking hated that guy, but I loved him. Like this fucking guy. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have like a grass thing in front of our building where we wrestled every Sunday. Every Sunday morning we used to go out and we used to play wrestle, and people used to say, I'm the Junkyard Dog, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the Iron Sheik. And wrestling has always been a joy for me.
Yeah.
And it still is.
I used to want to be a wrestler when I was a little girl. Before I knew wrestling was fake, I was always playing wrestling with my little sister, and she would be Rowdy Piper and I would be Hulk Hogan, and it'd get a little rough. I remember pile driving her one time, and my parents banned me from watching wrestling until I was older. So
I think we all went through that one.
Yeah. But then like the second I got back into wrestling, I was like, oh yeah, I love this shit. It was just like built in. You're a child of the 80s. I'm as there. Whatever number WrestleMania is, that's how old I am, right? Like, we're coming up on WrestleMania 42. I'm pretty sure.
I remember the first one vividly. The second one, I remember them vividly. And, I remember, because I think the first one was on regular television. I don't think it was pay-per-view. And the second one was, too, that was with Mr. T, I want to say. And when Mr. T was feuding with...
Wasn't Mr. T on the first one? Didn't he tag team with
Hulk Hogan against
he tag team with Hulk Hogan against Piper and
Piper.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff
Y'all are
at
forgetting
WrestleMania
best.
2, but I think he
Gentleman
boxed
Meaty,
Piper on
winner
WrestleMania 1.
3 and 87.
I think he was a
Salted
part of
versus
both.
King Harley Race.
Could be wrong.
Good old days.
I was a fucking baby. Nux Sandwich. Thank you, Nux. Yeah, Junkyard Dog was awesome.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites too. King Harley Race. Surprisingly, I really, really liked him. He was a bad guy. I think I gravitated to the Hills more than anything.
Dude, I was a little boy. I was like a fucking 5-year-old boy. Hulk Hogan was the shit. I used to dream about Hulk Hogan, and he would be like, I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I'd dream I was like in like the warehouse where they're doing the TV tapings, and Hulk Hogan would be cutting a promo, and I'd be like a little kid, and I'd have to fight Hulk Hogan, and I'd be in the ring as a little kid fighting Hulk Hogan, and my mom would come in and save me from Hulk Hogan. It was like stupid shit like that, but I grew up like just so ingrained in that shit. I was like indoctrinated by pro wrestling. It's like I seen King Kong Bundy walking around being fat as hell, stomping people. I was like, I could be fat as hell. I could stomp people. I'm pretty sure it brainwashed me. I'm pretty sure I am the way I am today because of fucking Typhoon, Earthquake, John Tenta, fucking Bam Bam Bigelow, Yokozuna. All the fats in wrestling made me think that's the way I should be. I'm almost 100% sure.
I remember I really legitimately thought that Yokozuna killed Hulk Hogan. I was really convinced that happened, bro. I was convinced. And I cried. I cried like a baby, bro.
Scar Spunk D says, what's your all-time favorite WrestleMania? Gentlemen, mine will always be WrestleMania 10. Love the show, y'all. Rewind, unwind for the win. WrestleMania 10 was solid. Brett and Owen killed it. Like the opener, right?
Yeah.
I really liked, I think, was it 15 where Shane McMahon debuted the Coast to Coast Rock versus Austin? It was a solid one.
That's crazy.
I
think my favorite match, I don't remember which Mania it was. It was when Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair.
Was that WrestleMania 24?
That was one of my favorites.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he retired to Taker a little later. Good old Shawn Michaels was great. Scott Hall versus Shawn Michaels, was that WrestleMania 10 as well? They had the ladder match.
The ladder match. Yeah, I think that was 10.
Yeah, it was a good one. I liked WrestleMania 30 where Daniel Bryan came in and almost mirrored WrestleMania 10 because Daniel Bryan had to like defend against Triple H in the opener. And then he beat Triple H and made his way into the main event and won. Big fan of Daniel Bryan. He's a local boy, Washington State. He was coming up around the same time I was coming up. And I've been following his career since he was like, before he's backyard wrestling, you know, like I followed him all the way through just because he was basically a local boy.
He's a talent. Very, very talented young man.
Dude, we've spent this entire episode talking about wrestling, and I literally got a message from Vince McMahon. He wants to sign us both. He wants us to be in his new wrestling federation. LolcowRewind canceled.
LolcowRewind canceled. Shout out. Hey, Chop Suey said, as a Samoan, he was confused as how Yokozuna, also a Samoan, was Japanese. He was like, Uncle Roddy, what is this? I did not know until like maybe recently that he was a Samoan. I thought he was Japanese.
Was he Polynesian? Is that Samoan? Polynesian? I think he was related to the whole the family, you know. But he's 100% playing a character. Most of these guys played races and ethnicities they weren't back in the day. It was very regular to be, you know, I think, was Tatanka not Native American? I can't remember. Nux Samish says, Billy, do you watch the 30 for 30 series on the old wrestlers? I haven't got to, honestly, I don't follow wrestling that much anymore. I do follow it here and there, and I think I might have watched one of the 30 for 30s at one point. They were entertaining, but I don't watch anything. Chop Suey says Polynesian is Samoan. Thank you. I wasn't sure of that. I wasn't sure.
Hey, buddy.
But
I know. It's not time yet. I'm coming. I'll go out and walk you soon, brother. Bam says hello to chat. I can't move my camera over, but he's right here. He's sitting next to me.
What
My
up,
buddy.
dog?
Ah, what up, dog?
I like the what is the series they have on YouTube where they get deep? Is it the dark side of wrestling?
The dark side of wrestling.
Yeah, those are pretty interesting. I like those a lot. I'll watch those when it's something I'm interested in. But I was so deep into wrestling when I was young that I thought for sure I was going to go to WWE. They're saying Tatanka was Native American. Thank you.
Really?
I didn't know because a lot of those guys were playing fake characters. I wasn't sure about that one. I shouldn't have spoke up like that. I sound like an imbecile. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you over to LolcowRewind Alpha. Thank you for hanging with us. Biggs, anything you want to say to the kids?
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so very much for being here with me and the man, Mr. Billy the Fridge.
Bye.
Peace.